What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a Week 11 2015 NFL kickoff recap. We're starting off with the Thursday night game, which was November 19th, 2015. Titans at the Jaguars. Not a very exciting game. You can see by the two teams right now and the way that they're both are pretty much struggling. What is this? Is this the AFC South where the teams just suck and somehow they're able to be in first place even though they're below 500? This is a joke. This was a very hard game to watch. Mariota had that amazing touchdown with, running the ball on the left side. And I started to wonder, why don't they're so, you know what it is about these NFL coaches? They're so infatuated with making players do what they want them to do that they don't adhere to what the players are good at. Can you imagine what Mariota would do if he was coming out in a pistol more often? Can anybody imagine what would happen if they even tried to resemble the Oregon offense in which he was so successful to have won the Heisman? I don't know if people don't understand that, but Seattle Seahawks, let's just talk about that team when they had their Super Bowl run and what made them very, very spectacular. Even the 49ers, when Kaepernick was a decent person and not Kaepernicking, which means throwing interceptions all the time. Do you guys remember what offense they ran? Zone read options, things like that. It can work in the NFL. It's a little bit more difficult because guys are faster, but if you have decent quarterbacks that can run that scheme, you can do it. But no, they want to make him go under center. They want to do dumb shit. They want to make him throw the ball. You want to make this guy do things that, yeah, he has to learn it as an NFL quarterback, but why not ease him into that process? Looking at the way he made that run, it made me say to myself, wow, how many times this game did I see them come out in a formation in which this man could be successful? And it wasn't listen, he's adapted very, very well. That doesn't make it, the coach is not a genius for that. Just because a player adapts to the ridiculousness that you're doing, it doesn't mean that, you're a genius. You're an idiot. They fired Ken Wisenhunt. This guy, Malarkey, or whatever the hell his name is, it just doesn't make any sense to me because Mariota can do so much more for you. He can do, listen, just put it like this. Russell Wilson is a bum, in my opinion. And when I say bum, I don't mean like he can't make plays. I just mean that he's not worth the money that he's getting. He's not a guy that can come out. As of this year, he's been a complete letdown to what he was paid to be doing right now. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that the guy can't play football. The guy's on the national football stage. He's won a Super Bowl. That's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking about value and what he can bring. Can he close out a game? Like we've seen that he can't do stuff like that. We've seen that he can't perform when it's necessary. He can't sit in the pocket and throw the ball. He can make some crazy throws on a run. He can be elusive, stuff like that, but he'll also give you a safety. He'll also do intentional grounding in the end zone. He'll also do ridiculous things like that. He'll also run into his lineman and just not give a F. He'll also be overly very inaccurate when throwing the ball down the field. It doesn't make any sense. And even over there, with what's going on with Seattle, I don't see a lot of zone reads. They played the Cardinals. They're trying to make him be another a passing quarterback. Do what works. If you guys haven't seen what happened to Kaepernick, then you guys need to go back and check the games that happened so far this season. Don't try to change what these players are. Because when you do that, it's not going to work. And right now, it was this whole big thing about, Mariota being under center. He has to adapt. All this talk in the preseason. Oh, yeah, this and that. Bro, these coaches just need to go away. Because if you want to win, you create things that help to make your quarterback successful. He's going to listen, he touches the ball more than everybody else. This guy always has the ball in his hand. So why not make it comfortable for him? Something that, with those wheels that Mariota has, why is he not set up all the time to be able to take off? I don't understand. Do you guys look back to when Michael Vick, prior to being convicted of freaking killing mad dogs, when he was with the freaking Atlanta Falcons? They weren't even really running the zone read. He was just running and taking off. Can you imagine if they had it really set up the way that it was set up for Russell Wilson? Even without a good defense that he had, he would still light it up. You guys, people don't seem like, they always say, it's college, it's college, it's college. It's been proven that it works. Kaepernick is a bum, and I mean bum like regular bum, like he's garbage. He's trash. And he was able to go to the Super Bowl based off his own read. So it works in the NFL. It definitely works in the NFL. And these, these highly prolific coaches and all these other idiots that think that it doesn't, they need to take a step back and look at what they have to work with. Look at their personnel, because a lot of the quarterbacks that are coming into the league are more mobile, and they're ready to move and they're ready to do things like that. Why not take advantage of that? If it can make a guy like Kaepernick good enough to go to the Super Bowl, why can't Mariota do it? I just don't understand. But other than that, this game was completely horrible. It was ridiculous. It was trash. It was ass. Watching this game, I threw up 6 times in my mouth, and then I had to go wash it out and then come back and finish watching the game just so I could do this recap. Supernal with that fumble at the end of the game, I don't know what he was doing. I believe that Mariota would have been able to take him down the field and win that game. But listen, bro, it happens. Blake Bortles, he's decent. Hearns, what was the other dude's name? I forgot. Was it Anderson, the other wide receiver there? Listen, the Jaguars right now, the Colts should lose, and the Texans as well. So it should be a 3-way tie for the shittiest division in the AFC South, pretty much. So, I'm not really going to sit here and say that this game, was exciting to me. What I am going to tell you is that the Jaguars are not as horrible as people think, because they're right up there with all these teams. A lot of people predicted the Colts to be going to the Super Bowl. Whenever you're done with the drugs you were on, pass it to me. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The Jaguars don't look so bad now. Remember, I'm telling you this. The Jaguars don't look so bad now because the way everybody else is playing, the Jaguars actually have weapons. So we're going to wait and see what happens, but don't be surprised if the Jaguars end up coming out of that division. Because I don't believe in anybody that's in the division, but if you can just be a bum and come out, why not the Jaguars? Why not now? They're playing well enough to be able to do stuff like that. The Titans 2-8, they're done. But look, the Jaguars have a chance. Remember that. You guys running around talking trash like me, I'm talking trash too about the Jaguars. But I got to give credit where it's due. This team is coming out and giving a lot of fight. And that's all you really need in the NFL. Sometimes that's enough to get you over the hump because everybody looks past you because you're trash. But then you get that chance, you get on the field, and then this is what happens. This game could have gone either way, but the Jaguars pulled it out. Congratulations to the Jaguars. I don't know what Malarkey or whatever the guy's name is. I don't care what his name is. They need to start letting Mariota do what Mariota does. He's shown that he can do it. He can take off and he can go. And they need to give this young man a chance to succeed in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Don't make him into something that he's not to start off. Ease him in. The same way RG3 was eased in. He was running touchdowns for like 70 yards. You got to ease him in. Do not make it like this. They have a lot more chances of success if they give him a couple more zone reads, pistol, things like that. They have a lot more chances of success. Let me go ahead and get these picks off so that you guys can see what's going on, what my mindset is. I didn't have it in the previous video for the Monday night when I usually do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Raiders at Lions. I'm going to have to take the Raiders there. Even though that idiot Aldon Smith has been suspended for a year. You know what I'm saying, bro? He had a drunk drive and just hang out and shit. Try to kill people. He did some other kind of, what was it? Vandalism. He's just doing everything, bro. These dudes are crazy. These dudes are crazy. So he's suspended for a year. Let's just see if he gets his life together. More than likely, probably going to be doing a couple DUIs while he's suspended for the year. Whatever, bro. Okay, Falcons. I'm going to have to take the Falcons against the Colts. Andrew Luck is out. It doesn't really matter if he was in. I'm going to still take the Falcons. Rams at Ravens. They're both trash. Jeff Fisher should be gone. But you know what? I like the Ravens at home. I'm going to take the Ravens at home. Shout out to Baltimore. Buccaneers at Eagles. Both these teams are garbage as well, but I'm going to take the Eagles. Chip Kelly walking around looking like a fat jelly dumpling, but we're going to see what's going to happen with it. Broncos at Bears. I'm going to take the Bears. Jay Cutler's playing out of his mind right now. Jets at Texans. I'm going to take the Jets. If they don't win, I'm done with the Jets for the year. Redskins at Panthers. I'm going to go ahead and take the Panthers, ride with the Panthers. Cowboys at Dolphins. Tony Romo's back, right? I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys. Chiefs at the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs. The Chargers suck ass. Packers at Vikings. I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings. 49ers at Seahawks. I'm going to take the Seahawks, even though I think Russell Wilson is a tragedy. And they should have just paid Chancellor and let Russell Wilson go. You could put anybody in there with speed to play the quarterback position. I'm going to be honest with you. Bengals at Cardinals. Bengals just took a tough loss to the Texans. I don't believe in Marvin Lewis. I think he doesn't wipe his ass right, and he walks around like it's a little bit of fucking shit hanging around his butthole. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals. Bills at Patriots. Do I really need to say this? Pats. And that's pretty much the picks for Week 11. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to check out my past podcast, past videos with gaming if you guys are into gaming. It's a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. Definitely share it. And I'll see you after the Sunday games. Enjoy your week. Until next time, one love.